Welcome everyone. Welcome to your Sunday Relax and Reset class. My name is Nadine, and as always, I'm really happy to be here sharing this class with you. We today will be honouring the autumn-spring equinox that is happening on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, the 22nd, and also paying tribute to the full moon that's also happening this week, as well as those seasonal events of the week. PFP has lots of events coming up as well, so please make sure you read our newsletter. We've got a very full week ahead for you. Hispanic Heritage Month has kicked off, and we will be doing various activities throughout the next few weeks honouring that. So as always, lots happening. We love having you here, sharing it all with us, and we will get started now. So go ahead and slide your shoes off if you haven't already. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. As I always say, any props that would support you for the next little while during our class, have them nearby. Pillows, blankets, anything that you may need. A second chair is great for those that want to do some of our exercises standing, but also for some stretches that we have first off at the beginning of class. So if you don't have access to a second chair, position your chair near a countertop so that you can use that to help you with your stretches. And we will get started. So slide back into your chair, make sure you're as comfortable as you can be. When you're ready, you can close your eyes down if that feels good for you. If it doesn't, perhaps just softly gaze down towards your lap. Just drop your gaze slightly and allow that in turn to drop your energy. Slide your legs out in front of you softly. Place your feet down on the floor. Rest your hands in your lap and heavy your whole torso into the back of your chair. As we always do, we will start class with 3 deep breaths. Take a full inhale through your nose. Release out through your mouth. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Last time through, big inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And then you can release any control of your breath and let it just move through you in a more natural, spontaneous manner. If you need a few more of those deep breaths in and out to really release anything that you are carrying with you into this class, by all means, please go ahead, do so. Otherwise, just allow your breath to slow, to become that little bit deeper. Relax your body into the support of your chair. Let the music begin to wash over you. All of these little cues, letting your body know that now is the time to relax. To seek out a little bit more ease and relief in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. A few moments of stillness here that are just for you, a time for you to really arrive. Letting go of the events of your week, the events of your weekend. Carving out this time that is just for you. Pay close attention to the state of your body, state of your mind, your energy levels today. And as I always say, observe whatever it is that you're experiencing without the need to layer any judgment, criticism, any stories over what it is you're experiencing. Simply notice, file that information away so that you can create a class that best supports your body today. as I mentioned, we have the equinox coming up later this week. And I really like, as well as a full moon, I really like taking time as the seasons transition in line with the cycles of the moon, just to do a little bit of reflecting. So the autumn, the spring equinox is the equilibrium of day and night, splits the Earth's day completely in half, 12 hours of daytime, 12 hours of nighttime. So it's a time of transition. It's also a time of searching out balance within yourself, and within your world. And so at the beginning of our class, we will spend a little bit of time just reflecting. And at the end of class, manifesting. As you sit in stillness, allow your breath to move through you, your body to gradually relax that little bit more. Cast your mind back over the last 6 months. What are you grateful for? And let memories, moments, experiences come to mind. Moments that made your heart sing, that filled you with happiness and lightness. And let these feelings and thoughts, memories fill you up for a moment or two. And ask yourself, what do you need to acknowledge and let go of from these last 6 months to make space for the new? What do you need to clear from your world, from your mind? Continuing with this reflection, what have you learnt about yourself? What has been really important to you these last 6 months? It's hard to believe we're already moving towards the end of 2021. Just using this time to reflect, review all that's happened for you throughout this last season. And then let those thoughts and feelings, images start to move to the outer edges of your mind. And begin to deepen your breath. With these deep, full breaths, imagine you are creating space. Both in your physical body, in your energetic body, in your mind, for the manifesting that we will seal off class with today. At the end of your next exhale, blink your eyes open, come back to your space. Slide to the front of your chair. We'll do just one breathing technique before we kick off our stretches. Plant your feet directly beneath your knees. Ground down firmly through your sit bones into the base of your chair and lengthen your spine up. Draw the crown of your head up to the sky, roll your shoulders down and back. And then place both of your hands at the base of your ribs. So this breath technique will divide the inhale into 3 parts. So we'll breathe in the first third of our breath, the second third, and then finish with a complete inhale. Pause for a moment and fully exhale all the way out. If having the hands at the base of the ribs isn't a good point of feedback for you, you can have a hand on your belly or a hand on belly and chest. And if you'd rather just have your hands on your lap, then that's fine too. So find a place that feels good for you. Lengthen up through your torso. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale. Breathe in that first third of your inhale. Second third. Complete your breath in. Pause. Exhale all the way out. Again, just like that. Inhale, first third. Second third. Complete your breath in. Pause. Exhale out. So we're taking little sips on the inhale. Inhaling first third. Second third. Complete the breath. Pause. Exhale out. Keep breathing just like that in your own time. Little sips of breath in, 1/3 at a time. Pause when you're completely full of breath, and then slowly exhale out to release. And just notice with every breath out, the space that you're creating, that greater sense of grounding and presence as well, because when we divide the breath and we breathe in such a mindful way, you can't help but anchor your awareness right here in this moment. So keep going. I'm not sure where you are in your breath cycle, but I'll cue 3 more rounds of breath just like this. Inhale, first third, second third. Complete the breath. Pause. Exhale out. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your face relaxed. Inhale. 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 Exhale to release. Last time through. Nice, everyone. Draw your hands down to your lap if they're not already there. And just take a few rolls of the shoulders. Sometimes when we're focusing so completely on one thing, those shoulders of ours can ride up and carrying the tension or the concentration. So just roll your shoulders out. Let your breath return to its slow, steady pace. And then settle your shoulders down. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Broad across the back of your rib cage so that your heart is nice and bright. We'll be using a hand gesture today, one of my favorite ones. We've used it before. It's known as unshakable trust. So interlace your 4 fingers on each hand and then have your thumbs pointing up towards the sky. Your palms hover just in front of your chest. And it's very important, I think, during times of transition to trust that things will work out exactly as they're supposed to. So we will use this gesture today. You allow it to mean whatever feels good to you. And if it's nothing more than a stretch across the front of your palms, then I think that's wonderful too. Speaking of a stretch across the front of your palms, turn your palms away from them, press them out in front of you. Feel that broad stretch. Keep your hands bound, reach them up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, tip over to your right side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Once more to each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. So nice, everyone. Keep the bind of your hands. Next time you press your hands out in front of you, round through your upper back, draw your chin to your chest. So you're stretching through the back line of your body. Keep your breath flowing here. Breathe to the space between your shoulder blades. So nice. And then free your hands, sweep your hands way back behind you, press your heart forward and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale here. On the exhale, reach your hands forward. They can touch or just hover towards one another. As you inhale, open back out. Exhale, 2 hands forward, round, chin to chest. Inhale to open. So we're doing cat-cow with the spine, but the addition of the arms just makes it that much bigger, that much more vibrant, creating more space through the torso. Inhale back. Exhale forward to round into yourself. Twice more through. Breathe in and breathe out. Last time. Inhale and exhale. So nice, everyone. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your hands down to your thighs. And again, just give your shoulders that little bit of a roll out. So nice. We'll keep working on opening up through the torso. So have your second chair, draw it closer towards you. And we'll have the chair sitting on the left-hand side of you. Extend your right leg out to the right side and pull your right toes back to your face. So we're getting an added stretch through the back line of the right leg and your right inner thigh. And so you can open your right leg out as wide as feels really good to you. Okay? Take your right hand to the top of your right leg. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over. And on the exhale, float your left hand to the back of your chair. You can rest your forearm or just hold on with the hand. And then inhale to reach your right arm up and over to the left. Exhale to center. Inhale, float your right hand down, left arm up and over. Exhale, center, find that place for the left arm to rest. Inhale, right arm over to the left side of your space. Get lost in this movement here, get lost in your breath. Flowing from side to side. You can change it to one movement, one breath, so the inhale takes you in one direction. Exhale back, up and over in the other direction. Just as long as your breath is flowing and you're starting to feel that nice, lovely opening through your side body. Now the next time you lean over to the right side with your right hand down on your right leg, let's pause, breathe in, left arm up and over. Breathe out, circle all the way around this time, and then your inhale is the right arm coming up and over. As you exhale, it's a circle down and around. Inhale, left arm up. So we're just adding this circling forward motion as a way to stretch out that little bit more through the upper back as well as the side body. All these bonus stretches. Nice, everyone. Once more through to each side. So lots of posture work here in Relax and Reset. And then you can slowly draw yourself all the way back up to center. As you know, slide the right foot in alongside the left, a little wash of your knees from side to side. It's really important to pay a lot of attention to our posture, especially if you are living with Parkinson's disease. Rigidity can be a huge factor, and important to just constantly create space. Think about that resetting to sort of counter that symptom of everything just holding on so tightly. So we're thinking about space, flowing movement, posture all the time, and then even using the breath as a little added bonus to create even more space within your physical body. So speaking of space, let's keep going. Second chair now directly in front of you. Heel toe your feet out nice and wide, heels in, toes out. And then take your hands, press them into the top of your second chair, just as you were doing almost when you had your hands bound, but now we have the support of the second chair. Pressing your heart back to the space behind you, tucking your chin into your chest. Nice. Sit up all the way. Reach your hands back to the back of the chair that you're sitting on. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your heart forward. Pause here. Take a little half circle of your head from one side to the other side. And again, from side to side. So nice. Sweep the hands forward. Hold on to the back of your second chair once again. Round into yourself now. So again, creating that space through your upper back. Breathe in here. Feel your shoulder blades move apart from one another. And then sit up nice and tall. Last time, hold on to the back of your chair or the base of your chair, anywhere that you can get a lovely big stretch across the front of your heart. And 2 little head rolls, side to side, side to side. So nice, everyone. Sit yourself all the way back up. You turn yourself back to face forward and slide your second chair over to your right hand side now. So take a moment or two to set yourself up here. Slide to the front of your chair so that you have space to extend your left leg out to the left. Pull your left toes back. Left hand to the top of your left thigh. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. We'll go straight into the one breath, one movement here. On the exhale, forearm to the back of your chair or holding on to it. And then you'll exhale, left arm up and over. Inhale to switch. Exhale, take it back the other way. Now you know what you're doing here. Just get lost in this movement. Everyone. And then as you're ready, we'll add that roll forward. Oh, it feels good on the upper back. And forward and around. So you breathe in and then breathe out. A few more to each side. So nice, everyone. Draw yourself all the way back up to center. Slide your 2 feet together. Give those knees a little bit of a wash from side to side. Side to side. So good. And then a moment for a quick sip of water might be a good time right now. Return to sit up nice and tall at the front edge of your chair. Plant your feet directly beneath your knees. Roll your shoulders back and down. And we'll begin our sun salutation. So we'll use our trust hand gesture. Let's start with the hands in this position. Take a deep breath in. Sit up tall, long breath out through your mouth. And again, one more inhale. And exhale. And we'll begin. You can watch me for the first round. Join in as you're ready. breathe in, turn your hands forward, reach them all the way up to the sky. As you breathe out, free your hands, reach down to the sides of your lower legs, fold. Halfway lift, full breath in. Bow as you breathe out. Reach both hands all the way up to the sky at the same time. Pick up your right leg, inhale. And on the exhale, find prayer down at your heart center. Turn that prayer into trust. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to bow. As you breathe in, press into your right leg. Kick your left leg out in front of you. Reach both hands to the sky. On the breath out, lower your left leg. Draw prayer to your heart. Turn that prayer into trust. Pause for a breath in, a breath out. We'll add a little bit more on now. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, add a side body lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, free your hands, fold forward and down. Halfway lift, deep breath in. And bow as you breathe out. Rise high, kick your right leg out in front of you, full breath in. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Turn it into a trust shape for the breath in and out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, free your hands, fold. Halfway lift. And bow. Rise up, kick your left leg out in front of you, breathe in. Prayer to your heart as you breathe out. Turn it into trust, inhale. And exhale. Once more on each side, I should say. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift. Release. Kick your right leg high. Reach the hands high. Breathe in. Prayer to your heart as you breathe out. Turn it into trust. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, tip left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, next breath in. Exhale and release. Reach up with that left leg. Prayer to your heart, breathe out. Pause here, breath in. Breath out. So nice, everyone. Fold your hands down to your lap. Give those shoulders a little bit of a circle out once again. And release. So good. Widen your feet out. Keep the heels in and the toes out. Shimmy to the front of your chair if you're not already there, and then thumbs to your inner thighs and forefingers to the outer thighs. Press your legs out to either side. Grow long through your chest. Breathe in here. On the breath out, dip your right shoulder. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, dip the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. And exhale, left. Inhale all the way back to center. Heel toe your feet back in. And relax. So nice, everyone. All right, we'll just do one standing variation or seated variation. The choice is yours. Still working on opening up the inner seams of our legs. So it'll be warrior two shaped legs. I'll show sitting first. Open your right foot out to the right side if you're doing that. Make sure your right thigh is supported as always. And then options with the left leg, a 90-degree angle, a little bit further out, or extending that left leg all the way out. For me today, that doesn't feel great on my knee, so I'm actually just going to stick with 90 degrees, but you find a variation that works for you. Okay, so the legs are open wide, but the torso faces forward, so we're already getting that really nice rotation through the torso. When you're ready, you can extend your arms out to either side and gaze softly over your right fingers. So that's what it looks like seated. If you're taking this variation, this shape standing, right foot faces the back of your chair. Bend into that right knee and then shimmy the left foot back or slide it back as far as feels good to you. So you might be all the way down, but remember, if you're that far down, you need to be able to get up as well. Or you might be in a shape that's a little more lifted with your feet a little closer towards one another. Set up the legs strong, steady through the legs, and then let your arms just drift front to back, opening out so that your arms are parallel with the earth. Settle your gaze, deepen your breath. One more breath here. And then a simple flowing movement as you breathe in. Draw your left hand low, reach your right hand up and overhead. On the breath out, reach your right hand forward and hold on to the back of your chair if you weren't already holding on to it. Left arm up and over to the right side of the space. Inhale up and away. If you don't feel comfortable to let go of the let go of the chair with your right hand, just lean back. Exhale, come forward. Twice more through for standing friends. For seated friends, when you come forward, you can rest your right forearm on your right thigh. And when you go back, you can hold on to the back of your chair. Last time through for everyone. Keep that breath flowing, side body long. And then draw yourself back upright. Heel toe, 2 feet to face forward if you're seated. Step your feet together if you're standing. Walk out through your hips. And we'll move straight over to the other side. So supporting the underside of the left thigh now if you're seated. Finding your variation with the right leg. Remember, it can feels a little better on this knee, so I might keep the leg fully extended on this side, but just constantly checking in with your body, tuning in, asking yourself, where am I at right now? What does my body need? If you're standing, same thing, the chair now will be over to your left-hand side, or you'll turn around, left foot facing the back of your chair. Extend your right leg out any amount, and then we'll all float our hands up, but roll the shoulders back so your arms are parallel with the earth. Your shoulders are soft and relaxed, your heart is bright. And keep that breath deep and full, gazing over your left hand. Nice, everyone, and then bring the breath into it. Inhale lifts you up, only if you feel comfortable standing, friends. Remember, lean back if you don't want to release that hand. The exhale draws you forward. Inhale up and away. exhale forward. If you find a place that feels particularly wonderful and you want to just hang out there, please do, and just breathe, create more space. We've all got 2 more. Last one. So nice. And then as you're ready, step those feet together, walk your feet together, spin around, standing friends, return back to your seat, join us. And then drawing yourself back to a tall, upright seat, heart bright, shoulders back and down. Imagine the tops of your ears pulling up towards the sky. Let's come back to our 3-part breath. We'll just do 5 rounds of it. So again, you can place your hands anywhere on your body. The choice is yours. Or rest them on your lap. Let's break the inhale up into thirds. So take your first sip of breath in. Breathe in, second, third. Complete the inhale. Pause. Slow, steady exhale. And again, inhale, 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 pause, exhale, release. And again, inhale, 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 pause, exhale. Last 2, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, pause, breathing out. Last one, inhale, 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 pause, exhale out. So nice, everyone. Draw both hands down to your lap. We'll seal out our physical practice today with a twist, and then come back to those questions of reflection. A slightly shorter class today, because what I would love for you to do right after this class is to go outside, if the weather permits, and get out in nature and use that as another way to tune in to this transition, this change of the seasons. So we'll take a twist. If you're able to, cross your left knee over your right. If not, 2 knees touching. And then you can take your right hand to the outside of your left knee, whether it be crossed or side by side with the right, and start to twist. Hold on to the back of your chair with your left hand. Roll your shoulders back and down. Breathe in here. And breathe out. One more breath in. And breath out. So nice. Come back to center. Uncross the legs, switch sides. I'll keep both of my knees side by side for this one. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Catch a hold of the back of your chair with your right hand. Long through your torso, roll your shoulders back and down, and then take a deep breath in. A long breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. All the way back to center. So nice. Settle yourself back into your chair. Now is the perfect time to gather those pillows, or take a seat on your couch, even lie down on the floor. I had a participant let me know that for the Yoga Nidra last week that they chose to lie down on the floor and really enjoyed that. So if you're able to get on and off the floor, go for it. Otherwise, couches, beds, armchairs, or the seat that you're in, just lean back and get comfortable. When you're ready, close your eyes down, deepen your breath. cast your mind forward now to the next 6 months that we have ahead of us, to the next spring or autumn equinox, depending on where you are in the world. It'll happen in March. And it's so hard to predict at the moment what our lives will look like in 6 months. But start with this question: how would you like your days to feel? How do you want the next 6 months to feel? What is it that you value, that you wish to bring forward into the next days, weeks, months ahead? And then what do you need to do to make this happen? How can you ensure that you're in the best possible place to bring forth what is really important to you in the coming months? Let those questions fill you up. You don't need to have any answers now or today or this week. But by simply asking the questions, you're just opening yourself up to potential, to possibility at this potent time of the year. Stay relaxed in your chair or wherever you find yourself right now. Draw trust back to your heart. Gently let your hands rest on your chest. May we bring forth the light that we carry within us and use it to guide ourselves and the people in our world forward for the rest of this year and into next year. You can keep your hands in trust or fold them into prayer. Just take a moment, bow down, gratitude for your body, your strong body, which carried you through today's class. And of course to yourself for carving out this time, which is so important to relax and reset. Please stay resting if it feels really good and like what your body might need right now. Otherwise, if you feel ready, you can blink your eyes open, come back to your space. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class, everyone, and for every class every week. So please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you were a fan of this class, to subscribe, to tell your friends, and think about joining our channel, and to check out our newsletter. Lots of fun things happening for you in the next few weeks. Thanks, everyone. Bye.